Welcome back to the Int+1 channel. I'm actually in a bit of a Sonic mood. I just got done doing a little bit of a video of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Thought I'd go ahead and actually do some gameplay then of what was released on the Game Boy Advance, and this is Sonic Advance 3. Now, personally, my favorite of the Sonic Advance games on the Game Boy Advance was Sonic Advance 2. But since I played that a lot, and I really haven't played this much, let's go ahead and let's play Sonic Advance 3. So I'm not totally sure what to expect. Alright. I think we're gonna go and the Chow here. Oh, look, his head moves. Do you like living, Mr. Chow? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Alright, so we're gonna go single player. I've only got, it looks like, 2 characters available from the beginning. Tails and Sonic. I did Tails in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, so maybe we'll do Tails in Sonic Advance 3. The Sonic Advance games are... Oh, that's creative. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll do this kind of reverse, right? I'll be Tails, and the computer bit will be Sonic. Hey. It's not very well hidden at all. Oh, wait, what's going on? What's Route 99? Is this like a stage select? I don't understand. Well, maybe I should talk to the Chows then, huh? Do they talk? They don't. Use this to travel to different zones. Okay. Yeah, this is. It's like a level select. Alright. Not something I was expecting. Now, how did I... Okay. If you go up, you can change characters. Okay. Go right of here to view zone map. Go left of here to view Chow. Alright. Also, wait a second. Keep pressing the partner button to use your tag action. Hey, what's the partner button? Partner button? I mean, the Game Boy Advance only has so many buttons. Is it select? L, R, it's not L or R. That jumps. I have no idea what the partner button could possibly be. So, I guess we'll just figure this out later. Alright, that's some kind of a time button. Can I pick up this Chow here? Alright, Sonic, you might be in the way. Something will appear while the switch is pressed. Hurry and find them. Alright. Well, I don't think I found it. Oh. Alright, so I think this is actually the first level then. Okay. Yeah, this does appear to be the first level. What? Oh. Wait, I gotta collect Chow? Really? That's actually not something I really want to do, I'll be honest with you. It just doesn't sound very appealing or fun to me. So actually, really, the first kind of Sonic game that I ever played that was not on a Sega system was actually the Sonic game that was, let's see here, on the Neo Geo Pocket Color. And I can't think of the name of it. I've got it somewhere, because I picked one up a couple years back when they re-released it for a short period of time. Which is incredibly random, but yeah, you could actually find brand new Neo Geo Pockets in like 2005 and 2006 at GameStops and EB Games, because when I was working at EB Games, that's when I picked mine up. And I mean, like, we're talking about these were cheap, right? They were packed in with a couple games. The games didn't have the cases, though. They were just in the these kind of plastic covers that are really similar to like what Game Boy games used to come in. So, you know, the presentation wasn't great, but at the same time, it was incredibly cool to pick this up as a pack, get a bunch of games, and most of them were fighting games, but I did get the Sonic game, and I think that was only for $40, which was a heck of a deal, actually. Something that I would love to actually pick up at some point in time then would be a the Neo Geo re-release that they did at one point. The gold system. It was like a gold... So basically it actually plays real Neo Geo games. And it comes with a bunch as well. But what makes it supremely cool is that it also actually has a wireless controller and can be docked to play on your TV, but is also a portable system. Now, I mean, I know that you can kind of do a lot of cool emulation, right? You don't necessarily need a system devoted to that. And you certainly don't need something that was released MSRP $200. But for, you know, kind of your game collectors out there, this was an incredible value. The Neo Geo had some of the best visuals of the generation. And really, technically, I believe it's considered part of the fourth generation. Which should put it in the same family of game systems as the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and some others. But now, I may actually need to check Wikipedia, because it may technically be considered a Gen 5. Which in that case would maybe be more like PlayStation... No. No, I'm mixing up my generations. I need to think about it. Because currently the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and Nintendo Wii, they're Gen 8. Game Boy Advance. Let's see, Game Boy Advance was the same generation as the PlayStation 2. I need to think about that, actually. You get into some subtle classifications, right? Because a lot of people, it depends on who you ask, but a lot of people don't consider, for instance, the Dreamcast as part of the same generation as a PlayStation 2. But it's actually more proper to think of it like that, because that's how it worked out on the actual real release schedule. And that's also, in terms of capability, the Dreamcast is far closer to a PlayStation 2 and GameCube and Xbox than it was to a PlayStation. And in fact, actually, the Sega Saturn then itself was part of the same generation as the original PlayStation and Nintendo 64. So, I know that in terms of literal game ports... Why am I having a hard time spin dashing? Okay. In terms of actual literal game ports, the Dreamcast did get a disproportionately high number of ports from the PlayStation era. And honestly, a lot of those ports were not very flattering to what the system could do. And of course, the complete lack of support from Electronic Arts, regardless of your opinion on Electronic Arts as a company, because God knows I don't think they're a good company. Although no offense to anyone who works for them, because I've known some people who've worked for them, and you know, may God have mercy on your soul, because I've read some pretty terrible things about that company, about how they treat their employees. Okay, I'm actually having a supreme amount of difficulty with this one little platforming section. Unless I'm doing it wrong. No, you can't just disintegrate when I finally get up there. That's not okay. Alright, fine. Whatever. I don't give a care. Keeping it PG, right? I want my daughter to be able to watch this. I want kids to be able to watch this and enjoy it. And quite frankly, I'm just in a classics mood. So I'm just going to be playing classics today. This is part of a series of videos that I'm doing just to kind of kick it off, kind of launch it. I set aside about 2 hours, although I've exceeded my 2 hours, unfortunately. But I know that I want to have the content out there. I want to have the content out there quickly. Because this is me fulfilling a dream, and this is me fulfilling a need, actually, of mine, so... This channel means a lot to me. I want to give it a lot of love. And if it takes a little bit of a personal sacrifice in the beginning to get it kicked off, well, that's what it's going to take. All right. So actually, the graphics on this are pretty interesting. They're very different, in my opinion, from sort of the darker colors and sort of the grittiness of the Genesis games. Now, part of that is actually because the Game Boy Advance actually has an incredibly wide palette, and is technically far more capable than the Sega Genesis ever was. I mean, you know, it doesn't have the blast processing, it doesn't have all these buzzwords and fancy concepts. But really, the Game Boy Advance could probably even easily emulate a Sega Genesis to some degree. I was, you know, the first time I got a Game Boy Advance, actually, I was also working at EB Games. It was the first Game Boy I owned since the original as a kid. So I had missed out on the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Light. In fact, actually, my first Game Boy Advance was the Game Boy Advance SP. You know, so I was lucky enough to, and fortunate enough to have something with a backlight. And so it kind of blows my mind a little bit that you have something like the Game Boy Color. Oh, well, you know what? No, the Game Boy Color does not have a backlight. Now that I think about it. It's only the, So I have oh, are you serious? Come back here. Yeah. I picked up from China a GB Boy Color, which is fantastic. It is a Game Boy Color clone. It looks and feels and practically works identically to an actual Game Boy Color. And it also does have a backlight. And these things can be bought for $30 brand new. There's actually nothing about getting one that's expensive. And then, you know, of course, if you couple it with a flash card of sorts, you unlock the ability to play any Game Boy Color game or Game Boy game, because those were compatible too. All right, I can't seem to figure. I'm just going in circles. I'm pushing the button, going up here. Oh, was I supposed to go up? Thanks, Sonic, for the no. Thanks for the hint, Sonic. I am so glad that you grabbed it on me, though. So this is why I can't stand having a partner, actually. So he showed me where to go. But then he got in the way. Okay. No. All right. It's okay. This is why I play as Tails. I can have some course corrections. All right. What the hell? My duck button is just not good on the. I think I'm gonna actually need to change out controllers because I'm not having a lot of luck. Oh my gosh! Alright, so that didn't even happen for any other reason other than I cannot successfully, dependably, spin dash. And at this point, that's not acceptable to actually doing this well. Alright. Alright. Because at this point, I need to be able to spin at will, actually. Otherwise, I am going to continue to have problems. Alright. I may go ahead and just plug in my Genesis controller. Do this the right way. I mean, I know it's a Game Boy Advance game, right? I should be playing with just the Game Boy Advance shell. But quite frankly, I have no interest in doing that. I'd rather have a controller, and this setup is ideal. Even if the controller maybe then is less than perfect. Okay, come on. Alright, great. So it looks like the way that this is structured is a lot like the original Sonic the Hedgehog, where you'd have 3 acts to one zone. And I'm presuming, though, then that the boss is separate. I'm not really sure. But I'm going to cut this video short. I'm going to cut this video short to stop right after the boss. Or maybe if the boss even is a little crazy and hectic, to stop at the boss. Because I've got a few things I need to work on. Okay. So we're fighting against Mecha Ultraman here, it looks like. Okay, so he's flashing, can't do stuff to him. Alright. Now how do I know when he's going to start flashing? Wow, that was incredibly easy. I spoke too soon. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't. Or did I? Was that it? There's no way that that's it. I actually have no appreciation for what's happening. Oh, well. Okay. Ow! Oh, alright. Okay. Alright, so we gotta defeat Mecha Ultraman here. You know, maybe I should have gotten more rings. That's alright. Alright, so he's pretty easy. I'm not worried about him. He's got some really simple patterns. Okay. I was expecting him to do something a little more impressive, but I think he's just he's gonna cry, he's gonna get upset, and he's gonna leave. Alright, now the only way I think I can damage Hammer Guy here is to hit him. Oh! Alright, so it's sprite scale. Well, wait a second. Well, then how do I predict this? Okay. Okay, that does not damage me. I'm actually not sure how to... Okay. Alright. Not giving up, but I've actually run out of time. So we'll continue this on the next video. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe if you like this. If you don't subscribe. That's fine. I'll see you next time.